So hey guys, and welcome to our Open Division stream. My name is Daks, and we are going to be getting into the action in just a bit. Seems like our first map going to be Busan, and our match today is going to be the #1 seed of the OB Pacific. That is going to be Haribo versus 7D's. It's going to be an interesting time here and now as we get into some BO5 action. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you guys are ready, we are good to go. It's going to be a fun one here and now. Seems like this dealer player alongside the rest of the crew. Music still playing, but let's get rid of that. I'm just getting a few translations as well of those names. Gonna get my handy dandy sticky notepad wherever it is. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Very, very helpful for me to give the proper credence to these players. And apparently it's gonna be something different. It's Lijiang Tower. Actually gonna be our first map of the day, so hopefully we don't have any tech problems and the like, but it's gonna be time to get into the action. Lijiang Tower gonna be our first map in this best of 5. It's gonna be a fun one here and now. Haribo, #1 seed, the Korean team on the blue end. For the red side, it is gonna be 7D's of Japan, really up and coming, and I really hope they can make it to the playoffs this time. This is round 10 action, and we have a double header for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, though, here we go for a night market to start things off. Let's just turn off a few of these random redundant apps. Make sure everything is a-okay. So it seems like here for Haribo, we have Zilla player, we also have Junkertown with that Korean name. RVR attack. Alongside all of this, there's gonna be basic just way, and finally another Korean name we got to translate before the action. Give me a little second, guys, as we are gonna get into it's Zilstway actually. Zilstway. Here for Haribo's end. On the flip side though, for 7D's, it's going to be Kira, Nozzle, Epix, Mono, Smurf. And finally, one more. Who is this guy? I can't really remember. I know I was able to check this out earlier on, but let's go into the action first things first. So Wrecking Ball here now for 7D's. But in the meantime, already a transition here for the side of Haribo. Using the Symmetra to get back to the point first. Translations, guys, takes a little time, but hey, we're going to be able to see the action unfolding right in front of us. Of course, all of our usual standards apply here in the open division. Got our delay, we got everything going on, and if you do need a quick little schedule or reminder of the hero bands, all those commands should be up and running. So initial capture here now for Haribo. They're going to be able to get the contest on. In the meantime, it's still that Ryan Diva pairing with the Lucio and the Iana now, so it truly is a very meta composition here for Haribo, with the hero bands gonna be on the Roadhog, the Sigma, the Doofus, as well as the Brigitte. This takes away that defensive stance. It's all about the offense right here, right now, with the Lucio speed boost. And Mono basically blowing himself up there. Still though, Haribo looking strong so far. Here we go though with the Pile Driver, and Nozzle gonna be quickly sweeping on in. Gimpotendo coming closer and closer to this Nano Boost already. In the meantime, the Symmetra of Zilstway under a lot of the rest, and shots keeping on coming. Ramono piling on with the pressure as much as possible. Pile Driver right here, right now. Nano Boost even onto Zilstway, and we'll see the tracking is going to be on point with the Beam Trance, so out of nowhere, Epix making it happen. A lot of healing right here, right now, for the side of 7D's, but Smurf, a sliver of HP, able to stay away from RVR attack. Who's on that Wrecking Ball right now. Ramono finally getting the hammer on to the Symmetra. And this is going to be more and more shots from the Rocketeer, but absolute chaos here and now for both sides. And Rocket Barrage is available here and now. Still though, the support line gonna be able to stabilize on position, and here comes the Rocket Barrage. Mona trying to make it rain, gets a few kills here, there, and everywhere. But out of nowhere, a Tracer right here, right now from Zilstway. Another quick swap here from the side of Haribo. You can really see why they are that #1 seed. You can really see why they are so potent in the bracket. So quick with the decision, so quick with the contest. And they still haven't given up the point. They're still going on. They're still fighting for this. They go for the mines right here, right now. In the meantime, such dangerous strays here for Gimpotend. Good move though from the Red Wrecking Ball. Dealer player gonna do the same. And everyone getting toppled on over. It seems like 7D's was able to get the capture on. But beyond that, they lose it so quickly, and now they have to deal with the Blizzard just by waiting at the wings. Self-destruct right here, right now from Basic. Gonna be able to get absolutely nothing. Smurf doesn't even go for the contest. And that is gonna be Haribo taking our first map here on Lijiang Tower. Round 1 goes to them. Night Market under their clutches. And yes, if I remember correctly, that is Shrine or Jinja. Yes, Jinja. If that is correct, we got Jinja on the red hand side. I'm remembering right there, right then. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are an English stream, but this will be featuring some of our favorite Pacific players. Hi Pam. We have a Korean team right here, right now, versus Japanese team. Later on, we're gonna have a mixed C team, mostly from the Singaporean side, versus a Japanese team as well. And this has been basically the story I've been pushing in the OD Pacific. The rise of these Japanese teams who are working really well to come up and trying to make it to the playoffs. We have our usual stalwarts, our V3DDT, Sabra, Daisuke, Akihabara, and Counts. But right now, 7D's as well as the upcoming Capella Conti, both of them actually coming up of the standings and really trying to make it to the playoffs. These two matches are going to be such big tests for these Japanese teams, and we'll see if they can actually work against the pressure. But Basic now going to drop on down. Here comes Dealer Player trying to get a poop on. In the meantime, here for Haribo, their real win condition basically is on this match. It's not about the standings anymore. If they take this, by my calculations, they will be guaranteed into the playoffs no matter what, with such a high OMW, as well as basically with an almost perfect record. It will take a big miracle for them to not make it if they take this victory. And Haribo really wants to be able to secure a slot into the playoffs before the last weekend of Open Division Pacific. So guys, here comes the push on in right here, right now. Ryan Diva yet again from the side of Haribo. Talking about the Haribo, it's such a little cute thing, but Pile Driver right here, right now from Jinja trying to make it through. In the meantime, still, shots keep on coming from Zilsway. McCree with the revolver right here, right now. Ramono still on his signature Farah. And Nana boosted up already, gets the boop onto the Maidford once. In the meantime, Justway ready with this Blizzard. And here comes Jinja yet again, trying to push on through. Will get frozen up though. Justway really putting a stop to this Wrecking Ball over and over again. But this is looking like it's still gonna be 7D's points in the chat. Haribo went to playoffs in 2019 Korean Open Division Season 3. And really, this is a team to watch out for. Usually the Pacific team. But a Rock Barrage though, scratch that thought. Ramona gonna be able to get two. But in the meantime, RVR attack, whipping out that hammer. And the shots keeping on coming right now, but still 7D's having the advantage. Self-destruct though from Basic. Going to put it to the points. We'll get one. Poor Jinja caught in the blast radius. And looks like 7D is going to be able to get a small little reprieve in this match. So as I was saying, seems like Haribo able to make it to the playoffs in Overwatch Open Division Korea, and that is a huge feat in such a competitive market. But here and now, they have shown that they truly are potentially the kings of Pacific, alongside some of the other Korean teams that we saw last season. But right now, Dealer Player able to get two. That's a beautiful move onto Kira, but he has to get away from the self-destruct courtesy of Nozzle. Seems like Haribo surviving that onslaught, and this is going to be finally time for them to get the flip. It took a long while here for Haribo to actually adjust against the rocket play of Ramona, as well as the Widowmaker from Smurf. Really hot start there from the red hand side, and you can really say that was all thanks to Jinja and his Wrecking Ball antics. We've seen him on this hero multiple times, and finally going to be going over to something else. Winston here and now, it seems like it's more about concentration fire over disruption. And here comes Jinja yet again. He's going to try to make a little bit of a shrine here and now. The shot connecting Nozzle, try to fly on over, and the Raptor going to be able to make it back the mech onto the field, but Ramona already going down to the hand of the McCree. And Zilsway looking for a flank or two. Hopefully I'm not butchering any of these names. Gimpotent in the meantime, Nanoboost is available. And the Sandbagger online here for Mr. Dealer Player. Good push though here and now from the side of Haribo. They're still making it through. They're still making sure that they can get the contest on anywhere and everywhere in this map. On the flip side though, Jinja is going to be leaping on over. Just wait in the meantime with half off the other side. And it seems like the Sombra are going to be a big best because Dealer Player is easily making sure that he can get poops left, right, and center. Thanks to the efforts of Justway. Ramono going to get hacked up, grounded there. In the meantime, Nozzle with the kill onto one, but it's already a reset because RVR attack, attacking in this front. Just rampaging right here, right now. Nozzle gonna get staggered as well. And from nothing to 75, Haribo really showing their stuff here and now. An absolute clinic in aggression here for the blue hand side on this defense. By this point in time, Smurf gonna be trying to get another snipe or two. Nanoboost right here, right now, onto Jinja, trying to get the Tase onto RVR attack. but Dealer player absolutely unstoppable on this Lucio. You don't see the Lucio get these many kills that often, but when you do have such a player, that's gonna be so helpful. Justwave now with a tag on back, and 7D's not even close to the point as of yet. Overtime not taking away. Nozzle gonna be sacrificing his mech to try and get the contest. Put concentration fire here, and now Basic seeing that Diva EMP right here, right now from Justwave as well. And it seems like the side of Haribo adjusting by the tail and able to get the flip on back, showing their own aggression, as well as impressive plays there from Justwave as well as Dealer player. And they will take Lijiang Tower 2-0. First map of the match going in favor of the blue hand side. Flip the game over to Ramono. The Rocketeer able to get some really good frags, but unfortunate here for 7D's. It takes a little more yet again though. They are on their signature Pharah Widowmaker pairing, and we don't see that much too often nowadays, especially the Pharah. But hey, if that's something they want to play and there's something they're comfortable with, it'd be very helpful them in the long run. But here we go, guys. Confirmation of our results. Haribo gonna be taking that first map 2-0, and we're gonna be moving into map number 2 shortly. So well played there to both sides. 7D's though looking a little one-dimensional with that DPS pairing, sticking by it on both ends, even in the face of the McCree, even in the face of the Sombra. But if that's what they really can bring to the table at the highest degree, they're gonna be needing a little more work to try and bridge the gap against Haribo, because this squad is really one of the toughest that they're gonna have to be dealing with in the first place. Our next map though, it seems like it is gonna be of that hybrid type, and potentially it is Blizzard World actually. Is Blizzard World part of the map pool? Yes, it is. It's Blizzard World, Hollywood, and Kings Row. So, interesting enough, we don't get our standard Kings Row. It has always been that KR pick, but Blizzard World having a lot of different aspects of the map that can turn the tides into the attacking favor. You have lots of open ground on the first and second point, but when you get onto the inside on the third, it gets pretty tight, it gets pretty choky, and we'll see how Haribo is going to respond on this potential defense, as they will pick the blue hand side first. 7D is going to be going on the attack, and as we saw from Night Market, Haribo was just so willing to adjust their composition very quickly to respond to what 7D's was up to. Same case actually in Gardens, but now it's time to get into Blizzard World, our first match here in our doubleheader tonight. Open Division Pacific Season 2 Round 10. Haribo 1 point ahead already in this best of 5. We'll see though what kind of amusements is going to be in store for us here, ladies and gentlemen. If I remember correctly, the playoffs this time only going to get the top 12 from Trials, dropping on down. Going to be looking to try and make it back, claw their way up the contenders ladder. And we'll see though if any of these teams are going to be making it. But if I had to put my money where my mouth was, it's basically going to be Haribo all the way to make it surely into that playoffs, and it really be a big test against the contenders opposition. Now the real question is, how will the seeding actually go? Will the contenders teams from Trials dropping down get 1 to 4, and then whoever's 1 seed right now will get the 5th seed? It's going to be very interesting in terms of the seeding bracket, and I can't wait to check that one out. After this week though, guys, we will have 1 more week of the regular season, and then we move into the playoffs. Hopefully we can cover that yet again, and we're gearing up for it in the first place. Next week though, I might not be able to do a Saturday session. I'll be looking into that, playoffs for sure. I'll be working with as many people as possible, try and make it happen, because Open Division Pacific, such a fun thing to check out. I hope we can see more Pacific players now, and maybe, just maybe, as we said, the resurgence of the Japanese teams, as well as the impressive efforts of the FES squadrons from the Academy side. Potential here to make it a little more open to the Pacific region yet again in their own region itself. But anyway though, let's get back into the action. Half a minute in, no real attack here now from 7D's. It is going to be the Ryan Zarya this time from attack and basic. In the meantime, still Gimpoten on that Ana. Lucia Ana yet again, dealer player looking to deal a good hand into this one. But in the meantime, it's Zilsway gonna be keeping the shots on with the Peacemaker. The McCree though taken down there by Epix. The Zenyatta finding the opportunity. It's gonna be a Zen Ana versus the Lucia Ana. All about damage here now for 7D's versus the opposite end, using that utility, using that speed, but Epix turning into his own DPS, takes care of Justway as well. 2 of those DPS already going down to the hand of the Zenyatta. An opportunity here for 7D's to strike, but they need to find the opening. They get the run on over to Gimpoten. He's gonna turn into a flat 0 there and then. And Ramona now into the backline, trying to get the deflect on, but Silsway able to get on out. Still though, Jinja out in front. First stick taken here already by 7D's. They're putting up such a good fight right now and slowly but surely working their way through to get the capture on. But Haribo playing patient. Now it's time for them to contest. Onto the corner they go. EMP right here, right now from Justway. He gets 4. And Epic's the first to fall. Good target there. Ramono down for the count as well. Smurf in the meantime trying to get on the way. The Sombra though under a lot of trouble. Here comes a potential hack. The Venomite gonna be stopping that one. Basic in the meantime with the kill. And here comes trouble. Their name is Haribo. They are able to put a stop to this offensive. And Justway able to make it happen. The real question is, did we get our replay buffer to work? Seems like it is a-okay here. For once though, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling pretty confident in our tech issues. But grabbing the Surge, gonna be available here for basic, as Justway was just really trying to hound Smurf in that instance. Anyway though, here on Blizzard World, it's all about trying to stay on that high ground. It's all about trying to make sure that they are going to be a-okay in their positioning. But that is going to be Jinja forcing their hand, trying to go for the capture. Unfortunately though, good focus fire here for Haribo, and they concentrate as basically 6 cascade on and collapse onto the Wrecking Ball. But Smurf now making an opening here and now. This Widowmaker finally getting the pick that he needs. Zilsway gone from this potential defense. In the meantime, bubble onto Justway. He's trying to charge things up, but Epic yet again! Absolutely Epic with the shots on. The Orbs of Destruction are truly his namesake. And Jinder right now going to be going on over to the points here in the meantime, as well as Ramona working together. Grafton Surge going to be trying to go for the catch, doesn't get it. In the meantime, Nanaboost here and now from RVR attack. And so far, so good here for Haribo. They're able to put a stop to the Nanoblade. They are able to put a stop to the mines. And what a turnabout yet again here from Haribo. Every single time, it looks like 7D's is able to get the offensive on. It's just Haribo easily disrupting them at the tail end. Clutch factor is a huge part of Haribo's game, as well as patience. They're waiting for the Nanoblade to come. They're waiting for the McCree to get in position. And right now, it seems like this is absolutely desperate here for the side of 7D's. 1 tick to go. Very early chance here from Epix in behind. Might be a misclick there. Highly unfortunate. But they are trying to go with the offensive. Here comes the EMP though. Smurf gonna get the headshot onto the floating Sombra. But can he get 4? 2 frags on the board. Well-placed trap there. 2 for 1 trade so far. Self-destruct is available. And 7D's finally getting the advantage. Can they get to the point? Can they get the capture on? They have to deal with basic right here, right now. But overtime gonna be ticking away. The right-hand side, all over the objective. They see basic trying to go for the pincer tap. In the meantime, Justway moving over to the Tracer. Can Smurf handle this? He already gets a shot onto basic already. And Justway recalling self-destruct onto the objective. And that blows up dealer player. But Justway able to get rid of the Widowmaker. Still though, chance here for Haribo. They need to sustain. They need to survive. But with the Ana and the Tracer gone from this one, it's gonna be the Reinhardt and the McCree trying to go for a last stand, an army of 2 here and now. The Deadeye available, but he's the one who's dead instead. And 7D's able to make it happen. 2:23 on the clock. Will we see some swaps here and now? Absolute hype in this matchup. And you can really see why I'm pushing this Japanese team story. It's not just about the usual teams that we see make it to the playoffs. Not about just V3 Akihabara, Fortuna, as well as Sabagad. There are still up-and-coming teams in the OD Pacific, especially from the Japanese scene, 7D's included. Hopefully, we can see more there later on from Capella Conti. Since I mentioned it anyway, if I remember correctly, no, I'll say it for the next match, but 7D's was more or less a middling team. I still remember my old story where basically when they were starting out, so we were scrimming them and we would see how much they were getting better and better in this game. And you can really see that 7D's have progressed in such mechanical aspects, in such decision making. But there are still a few factors that really holds them back. For me, I feel like their DPS line needs to be a little more flexible besides their comfort heroes. As here comes the pulse bomb, no Kira, you can't buy grenade the pulse bomb there. Just a little more here from 7D's should give them an edge against stronger teams, but right now, Haribo is just manhandling them yet again on this defense. The payload activated, sure, but it really seems like it's still the first point under control here for the side of Haribo. RBR attack, very confident, was on that high ground, but in the meantime, Jinja is leaping on over to the right-hand side. Ramono, though, has to charge up that blade, but he's quite far away. Swapped on over from the Tracer to the Genji, but with only 43 seconds left, is this going to be a right idea? I'm sure that these are going to be pesky Epics yet again with a trans offensive into this instance, but will it be enough? A charge on out there from RPR attack, trying to get the brawl on. 1-for-1 trade so far. Here comes Ginger right now, popping that Primal Rage. With 27 seconds remaining, they see Justway. The Tracer of Silver HP gets bubbled just in time there from Basic. Absolutely clutch. And here comes the Shatter! RBR attack! Able to get the Quake on! They are still gonna go for the Gravity Surge. Interesting enough. Seems unnecessary. But anyway, that is just gonna be cleanup on Al Haribo. Last chance here and now. Ramono gonna be looking for the touch, but Justway pelleting him with bullets. Switch strike to get onto the objective. Wrecking ball right here, right now for Jinja, and it's time for overtime. Epics onto Lucio he goes, speed on in. Desperate onslaught here, and now Nozzle though looking for a big bomb. It doesn't get much. Smurf though back onto the Tracer actually. It's Smurf sweeping on over from the Widowmaker. He's staying on the side, playing patient, making sure that they can get the contest on. But that is going to be the McCree having the hot hand, getting that takedown, and it's time for the Deadeye. Gets it locked onto Nozzle. Ramona trying to come on back, will fall. And it seems like the ride is under maintenance. Is Haribo able to defend pretty close to the first objective. Well done there to that defense. And before we end things and move over to the other side, look at that replay real quick. Shatter from RVR attack, noticing that there is going to be no barrier. Everyone lines up, trying to get through the fast pass queue. But it just isn't happening. Haribo able to defend that one. Stellar stuff there and then, guys. And sure, English stream, but I can't read Korean, Japanese, or the like. So, you know, you do want to get a little bit of mention here on stream. Type in English, I don't mind though, since the Pacific scene is just filled with what? It's filled with basically so much diversity, so many languages. There's English, there's Thai, there's Vietnamese, there's Japanese, there's Chinese, there's Korean. There's just way too much. So I feel like you can even say like different forms of English. You got your Singlish, you got your more standard Filipino English. It's just like Taglish. It's just like way too much to handle. I feel like in the Pacific scene, that might be a little bit of an issue too in terms of its population, because of the fact that we have so many language barriers to try and get through. It becomes a little difficult in a few instances, but hey, it is what it is, and we keep on with the standard. I don't think I've ever really Tagalog English casted in like a tournament setting. I don't feel I feel like it will. I don't feel like it's gonna be proper, but hey, it is what it is. And Haribo now gonna be on the attack. It seems like they are gonna be playing danger close. And some May Reaper here and now for Justway as well as Zilsway. They're gonna be trying to make it through. And it seems like are Justway and Zilsway brothers or something. Brothers bond right here, right now. But the Reaper trying to get the evisceration on. Smurf gonna get taken down already. Squashed in his prime. The barrier gonna get broken. Jinja trying to make it through. Ramono though with the Ice Wall to try and buy some time. But Justway now knows it's opportunity here and now for the side of Haribo. Basic. Leaping on away, charge now, connecting, attack, speeding on through, go Speed Racer, go, and it seems like Haribo is so very quick to get the objective. First take already taken, looking for another one. Here comes the Ice Wall yet again from Ramono. They're trying to find a pickoff, they're trying to find a target to actually take down into this one. And the freeze is coming, but it's just not gonna be enough. Nanavis right here, right now. Ramono out in front yet again. Coalescence right here, right now, though, from the side of Haribo. And Gimpoten keeping the beam on. All about speed, all about aggression. And it's all about damage right now, because the purple Biotic Orb tossed out here by Gimpoten to mop up Jinja. And overall, the Reaper out in front. Zilsway tearing everyone apart. Edge truly is his key. Game number 2 might end pretty early here for 7D's. They're trying to defend with a different composition. They are gonna go for the Baptiste and the Widowmaker this time, looking for some space. But in a scenario that they need to play close, especially for the objective, is this the right call? Sure, with the Widowmaker and the Baptiste, can potentially get some damage done from the beyond, from the opposite range. But they still need to get to the objective. D-Mech right now on the basic. The payload uncontested, and this might be it. 7D's C9ing after the zoning blizzard there from the side of Haribo. And there you go, guys. Unfortunate ending there at the tail end. And that is the problem when you decide to play a range out of nowhere. Can't really contest that objective with all of your 6 members. Play of the game goes over to attack, and that is the Shatter to remember. Well played there to both sides though, but in the end, it really was just Haribo having the edge on both attack and the defense. Well played there to the blue hand side. We'll take that one. Now we are gonna go for a potential match point here and now for Haribo. They only need to get one more map to take the victory, but Haribo taking Blizzard Worlds 2-1. Damn though, absolutely stellar stuff here from our Korean squad. You can really see why they made the playoffs in the Korean region, why they are the #1 seed right now. Anyway, we're gonna be looking to get into map number 3 shortly. Seems like I made a little mistake there on the map score, but hey, it is what it is. And yes, Haribo with a 2-1 victory. Now we are waiting for map number 3, and that is going to be Junkertown. Not a surprising pick whatsoever here for 7D's, due to the fact that they love playing the snipers. They love trying to get as much damage done from the sides. And we'll see if Smurf can actually just show up here a little more. Sure, he's been getting a few picks here, there, and everywhere throughout the 2 maps. But now when he is more or less in a territory he can be comfy with, this might be his time to shine. In the meantime, I'd love to see how Haribo is going to respond to this. In terms of that composition, it seems they are going to be going for the defense first. And here we go yet again with our upcoming match. Haribo gonna be defending first. Junkertown gonna be attacked, assaulted by the squad of 7D's. And potentially, this can be it. If Haribo takes it, we are done for our first match. And we will wait on for the upcoming second match, that is FES Academy Riptide versus Capella Conti. If not though, we will continue as long as we can go, as it's time to get into Junkertown. Map number 3 out of 5 in the Open Division Pacific. Has been a fun romp so far. Hasn't been one-sided, but the score doesn't lie. It really shows the uppity up, just the advantage here for Haribo right here, right now in this Open Division match. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into another one. We'll be looking to make sure that everything is going to be fine and dandy in this upcoming match, as Haribo will be trying to defend into this one yet again. Hopefully everything is a-okay as we get into our setting. As we get into our match. Kinda scary, my aircon just suddenly died on me or something. I'm gonna fix that real quick. If we do have any stream issues, I'll just get on to that. But yes, though, we're gonna be looking at the Haribo side. Gonna be defending here and now yet again. The Shanties gonna be a proper tool. And there you go. Okay, we good. We good. Kinda got scared. I knew, I was like, crap, I mentioned it on stream. Probably jinxed it, guys. Probably jinxed it. And, I mean, it's just something I'd like to talk about now, since it's a little more chill in the Open Division. And at the same time, it hasn't been the real enemy. My real rival, actually, so far. So, long story short, quarantine here in the Philippines, and my setup needs repairs, display, temperature, all the like. And we are just doing a jury rig as much as possible, honestly. Hey, it is what it is, and you know what is the best place to actually get some junk? To try and fix things up, that has to be Junkertown. A payload though, full of gold. And this is going to be a potential treasure here, now brought along by 7D's and their squad. Orisa right here right now for Jinja. And in the meantime, it's Nozzle on Diva. Safe case here now for Haribo, as we do see them trying to play that Diva a little more in this day and age. No Sigma means no double barrier, but the Diva such a strong pick in this instance. 4 seconds on those thrusters, so mobile and with high damage potential against squishy targets. potentially the way to go. Double sniper though here and now on Junkertown for both sides. Gonna be a beautiful duel here between Zillsway as well as Smurf, and at the same time Justway and Ramono. But speaking of Ramono, he's the one who goes down first. In the meantime, Smurf finding the angle will get that takedown there. Basic though, running on in. Shots now keeping on coming. The Ana potentially the target. And Smurf gonna get run over here by Basic yet again. Initial defense here on Junkertown, looking all Haribo so far. In the meantime, Basic gonna be retreating on back. And Justway right now has the Dragon Strike available. There we go though. Beautiful haul. Catches that one out. So Ramono going down to the hand of the Zenyatta. And seems like Gimpotem hanging on back. Nozzle already with the reset. But Smurf in the meantime showing his stuff with the Widowmaker. Something he's just so comfortable with. Looking around for a target or two. Justway though, as well as the blue Widowmaker having their ultimates ready to go. 2 for 1 trade so far though. Good pickoffs here for 7D's. The DPS finally finding the opening that they need. And it's time to get into the Dragon. Dragon Strike though, eaten up actually by Basic from the inside. And with the self-destruct available, can actually go for the bomb onto the objective. It's time to actually toss it over. Can anyone survive? It seems like everyone actually keeping it up as Epic with a proper eye field to sustain. Seeking to sustain though. Here comes the Transcendence. And it is going to be Haribo looking to move on over. Self-destruct though, actually going to get caught in the stable. Highly unfortunate there for Nozzle, trying to shoot it all the way deep inside that house. It just doesn't happen though. An RVR attack, hiding on the inside, using the barrier to make them a little safety net. And actually, it's Jinja going down the barrier there from the Red Orisa a little too late. A dealer player, even with the Amp Matrix, amplifying some damage. Remoto though on the side yet again. Absolute chaos here and now on the home front. But this is still looking like Haribo's defense holding steadfast. I'm in 15 right here, right now. Kira with the tag on down takes care of dealer player. The red hand side, opportunity here thanks to their Ana. They're trying to make it through. No eye field now to deal with, but oh, what a shot there from the side. That's going to be Zillsway making it happen. Justway getting back on the board as well. And with a minute remaining, this is looking really good here for Haribo. Even if they're not able to get the defense on for this first point, they're going to be training a lot on that time back. But right here, right now, that is just a flurry of kills courtesy of the Widowmaker. Sure, there aren't going to be headshot, no style points there, but it matters the most when you get those pickoffs, when you get those kills. Good confidence boost here as well for Zillsway. And now up in the air, Smurf, never mind, going to get the headshot on back. You cannot disregard Smurf and his Widowmaker, that's for sure. Signature hero for him, and you can really see why 7D's trusts him on the sniper to begin with. But will that trust be enough? Can 7D's actually push on through? The power of friendship, the power of their composition, going to be something they're going to be relying on. With 10 seconds left, this is looking really dire. Early trance though, courtesy of Gimpoten, forced out as he was out positioned there. Caught on the inside, now trying to make it against Ramono. But the Genji having the natural advantage. Self-destruct right here, right now. Basic! Gonna get the blue on over. Nano Boost though, keeping Jinja alive momentarily, but it's not gonna be enough to sustain. And another unfortunate C9 here from 7D's. It happens again for the Japanese squad. And that is basically a full hold here for Haribo. Impressive efforts yet again from the Korean squad. And really, it's a matter of tactics here for Haribo. They're able to win these fights out. They're able to win the map out through their decision making, through their positioning. Because in a mechanical onslaught, in basically a shootout between these two teams, you can say that they are pretty evenly matched. Especially on DPS and frags coming on back for both sides. But where 7D falters is the position to move on over to the payload, move on over to the objective, and really transition properly. It seems like here for 7D's, their mindset is a little more on a team deathmatch side. And unfortunately here on Overwatch, it's just not going to work out. They are very good at getting picks, sure. But in terms of economy, in terms of what they have, in terms of what they're trying to push with, that's where they are a little lacking compared to Haribo, who is looking a lot more rounded. I have a lot of good things to say about Haribo because they have shown that they are so flexible, that they have shown that they are so potent with what they do, and a big key part of their victories is truly their patience. They're not forcing it, they're not desperate to go for the contests, they're giving ground, they're giving ticks at a good rate, but they're still able to defend because they know, they're confident that they can take the fights. It's time for them to try and seal the deal. Full hold, Gonna be very, very easy now to try and get that 1-point capture. Thank you for the raid right there to Maui. Seems like her little mini tournament gonna be done and dusted. Of course, though, we don't have any stream alerts, but big shoutouts to her on this VOD. Right now, Just Wait, gonna be going on to that high ground. Widowmaker already getting the shot on infiltration. My name is Just Wait, and this is the way to go. Do you know the way, ladies and gentlemen? It seems like Haribo knowing the way and will be spitting on those false queens, but Smurf gonna be able to get the queen on, gets the crown on to the opposing Widowmaker. Just Wait also going down to the hand of the Mono. 7D's using their DPS line to stay alive. It seems like the Japanese squad still gonna be fighting for their lives. 3:08 though on the clock, right here, right now. In this instance, still a lot of time here for Haribo, but they are trying to make it through. They're trying to make sure that they will have a proper attack into this one. The payload inching closer and closer, so close already to its endpoints. The delivery might meet its maker already, as that is gonna be another shot connecting. Zillsboy making it happen. RVR attack out in front, and 7D's this time cannot afford C9. They have to get onto the objective. They have to contest, and Jinja is trying to do a job at it. But from the side, that's gonna be Gippleton getting a frag. Pulse bomb right now, gonna get the toss on. Ifield's going down already. Shield's gonna get it broken, and Haribo will take this victory. 1-0 on Junkertown, 3-0 in the series. Well played here by the Korean squad, and that guarantees them more or less a slot in the playoffs. Play of the game. Play of the game over here to RVR attack. And the Orisa yet again so pesky out in front. Well played there to Haribo, taking the match 3-0. And big shout outs to everyone who was able to tune on in for that one. A quick one here. And Haribo with a beautiful victory. #1 seed in the Open Division Pacific this season. Securing yet again another notch, another victory under their belt. But yes, Haribo now with the 1-0 victory here. And now Junkertown taken by the Korean squad. Big shout outs to those 7D's for letting it happen. And here we go with our final results. Haribo taking Lijiang 2-0, Blizzard World 2-1, and Junkertown 1-0. These fights though were hotly contested, and it was quite a strong affair from our two teams. Just huge improvements from 7D's. That's what I want to say. I've been mapping them. They've been very supportive and very friendly with our Open Division antics. And I would really like to say to them that they are really getting better and better. And if they don't make it this season, I would say that they can make it next season into the playoffs, because they are really showing a lot of improvement to really try and fight against basically a juggernaut here and now against Haribo. You can see it especially on Lijiang Tower Gardens as well as Blizzard World. There were really times that they were really putting up such good fights and getting some really key picks to begin with. Unfortunately though, Haribo just so disciplined, able to hang on back, able to make things happen. And overall as a team, huge moments from them. On my heart though, of course, Dealer Player with some really good boops and really good timings on Lijiang Tower. But overall as a team, they were just so well-rounded, and you can really say that they should be a favorite to make it into trials after this upcoming playoffs. So anyway though guys, we'll be taking a break. That is game number 1, that is match number 1 done and dusted. It has a 3-0 there taken by Haribo. So let's just quickly update that one into our little schedule. Our next match is going to be at 9 p.m. and that is going to be FES Academy Riptide versus Capella Conti. Gonna be stopping this VOD real quick. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as the next match is underway, and I'll see you guys then.